Education costs are soaring around the country, with some fees increasing by nearly 60% compared to last year. New research shows the total cost for a child starting school in 2025 in a metro area is now more than $123,000 for public education across the 13 years. While at a Catholic school, it's over $193,000 and $350,000 plus for a private education. There are those figures as well. So where is the most affordable schooling in Australia right now? To break it all down, Sarah McCaddy from Futurity Investment Group joins me live in Melbourne. Morning to you, Sarah. Which areas are the most affordable for schooling in 2025? Because these figures are staggering for public education.
Well, in Brisbane, you're lucky if you're living there because a government school is going to be the most affordable. In Perth, surprisingly, independent schools are most affordable, and Adelaide for the Catholic system. But you're right, these are big numbers, tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And for the first time in every metro city, a government education clocked in over $100,000.
So how do you get to that figure over the 13 years? What kinds of things are feeding into it?
So that's a mixture of the fees and those ancillary costs that parents bear around things like transport, uniforms, textbooks, the camps that kids go on. Those figures really start to add up. When we broke them down, each of those items is several $100s, and you've got many categories you're having to find to buy for your children to get to school each year.
We're looking at the figure there for Australia's most expensive education. That's in Sydney for $411,000 for an independent school in that city. Why so different across the country? I mean, when it comes to things like school supplies, you'd think that's pretty standard.
Interestingly, when we looked at the data, we could see that the parents in Sydney were spending more on school supplies, and that the second most expensive city, we saw a similar trend. Interestingly, in Sydney, say, for example, parents are spending more on devices. They're spending more on those camps, on books and stationery. So we could really see when we broke the data down the different spending habits of parents in different states.
Yeah, too many trips to Smiggle kind of really adds up, doesn't it? Thank you so much for that, Sarah. Here's David.